From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Powered by General Air Conditioners.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The passing of Irfan Khan is a loss that really cannot be described in words. I would call him one of the greatest contemporary geniuses of our time. Irfan Khan was a man whose sheer talent, actually the more appropriate phrase is raw talent, had just started getting recognized across the world. And I was actually looking forward to seeing Irfan as the greatest global superstar in some time. Everyone loved him in India and internationally. Irfan was an absolute natural. And that's what made us all come close to him. What was the most remarkable thing about him in my view was his gaze, the way he looked at you. The way he looked at you when he met you, the way he looked at you from the screen. And how with not just his words, but with his expressions, he connected with you. Everyone identified with Irfan. Irfan had the ability to draw empathy from all of us, to draw connect from all of us. All of us saw something of us in him. And at 53, he's just gone just way too early. Reminding all of us today, when we got the news, about the sheer unpredictability of life. And I will miss Irfan greatly. Since I came to Mumbai, in the last 14 odd years, I got to know him. I was privileged to get to know him personally. He would answer the phone, he would sometimes message. I got to know that when he had the time, he was an avid news watcher. Even if not an avid news watcher, a keen news watcher whenever he watched. And he had a point of view on things. And sometimes we spoke about events. As of today, viewers, what do you say about Irfan Khan? He is the greatest actor of our times. And I will say is because, for me, Irfan will always be in the present tense. Irfan cannot go. Irfan is with us. Irfan was effortless. And from what I read, he was a fighter and fought valiantly till the end. So for all of us today, I want to start by paying homage to Irfan. And Irfan, our only homage to you is that you will never go, but your physical presence, that is a void that will never be replaced. Absolutely never be replaced. His magnetism will stay with us, his style will stay with us. In fact, I have a feeling that his style, his magnetism, his presence, his expressions will stay with us even stronger after he's gone. Thank you, Irfan, for everything that you've done for us. We've always loved you. This is a big loss for all of us. Viewers, I just wanted to start by saying this. I have big debates today, but without doubt, devastating news that Irfan passed today. Absolutely devastating for all of us. And I have debates lined up for you today as well. I have 3 debates today. There's the MHA Lifeline for stranded citizens. This means that there will be no stranded Indian at the time of COVID. And debate 2 today. There is an Indian official who's waving an Arab card world back at us. This is an attempt to communalize, which is absolutely unacceptable. And debate number 3 tonight Howrah, Kanpur, Mumbai, we are days away from this second phase of the lockdown ending. When will these COVID villains ever learn? That's debate number 3. And here are the headlines. Here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the Debate Tonight. Ministry of Home Affairs allows travel of stranded citizens, migrants, students, pilgrims, and those affected can soon move. State governments welcome the centre's decision on the biggest lockdown relaxation yet. Will the cynics cooperate or criticize even this move tonight? The centre's decision has stunned the lockdown cynics. The Delhi Minorities Panel chief shocks the country, threatens to complain to the Arab world, celebrates an anti-India report. Kejriwal, sack him. COVID warriors chased and attacked in Kanpur again. It's time for zero tolerance policy for all COVID villains. And India loses its most talented, versatile genius. Irfan Khan passes away at the age of 53. And on my first debate, ladies and gentlemen, there is both good news and bad news tonight. The good news, there will be no stranded Indians starting now. The government has ensured that every stranded Indian, including migrants, students, pilgrims, and all those affected, can move back home with protocols in place. Now, the bad news tonight is for the eternal cynics. And the bad news for these cynics, these good-for-nothing cynics, is that they have lost their last card to complain during this lockdown period. So let's debate.
The Ministry of Home Affairs has taken a huge decision which gives relief to those stranded due to the lockdown. Migrant workers, stranded pilgrims and stranded students will now be able to move from one place to the other with the help of state governments. As per the new guidelines, there are 14 points which state governments must keep in mind while facilitating the travel. States must designate nodal authorities. States must develop standard protocol. The registration of standard people should be done within the states. There should be coordination between the sending and receiving states in terms of group travel. Moving persons should be screened at source. Asymptomatic persons will be allowed to proceed. Buses will be used for transporting groups. Social distancing will be followed in sanitized buses during the travel. States in transit route should allow the passage of moving persons. Receiving state should carry out health assessment. Receiving state must also keep those who travelled in home quarantine. They should take a call on the need for institutional quarantine. Moving persons will have to undergo health checkups. And 14, they should be encouraged to use Arogya Setu app to keep a track on their health.
The nodal authorities will also register these stranded persons within their states. For example, if I am from, for example, say Gujarat, and I am in Maharashtra, Maharashtra will have to set up a nodal authority, and Maharashtra will have to contact Gujarat and tell them that I am stuck here and that they are going to facilitate my movement.
On the 26th of April, the government told the Highest Court of India about the steps it has taken for migrant workers. Over 37,000 relief camps have been set up. Over 14 lakh have been housed in relief camps. Over 1 crore people have been fed in over 26,000 food camps set up across the country. It's important to place these facts on record because of the kind of politics that played out over the lockdown and migrant workers. Be it in Delhi, when fake news led to scenes like these at bus stations and borders.
यहाँ व्यवस्था होगा लेकिन कुछ नहीं है। उन्होंने बोला था कि यहाँ बस चल गई है। DTC बस से हम इंडस्ट्री एरिया से आए हैं और यहाँ वहाँ बोला था कि आनंद विहार से यूपी के लिए बस जा रही है।
Or in Mumbai, when political instigators called for mobilization.
आज मैं ये घोषणा करता हूँ, जो भी मजदूर वर्ग, जो भी मजदूर और मजबूर भाई हैं मेरे जो अपने घरों में बंद हैं, अब वो बाहर धीरे से निकलें और लोकमान्य तिलक टर्मिनस पहुँचें।
And finally, it was revealed how a few people were tutored to play the migrant card.
पैसा दे दो बोलना, पैसा देगा नहीं, 1000 रुपया देने के लिए साला आधार कार्ड जमा करो, फोटो भेजा, खड़े हो जाओ, देगा खुद ही आके देगा।
The step taken by the government hints at the possibility of lockdown extension. So will the cynics still crib, or will they now collaborate and coordinate to ease the next phase? Let's debate.
And you know what I should ask? MR, do you know what I should ask today?
Yes, sir.
I should ask genuinely, and I'm not mocking people, I'm not laughing at them, I'm not putting them down. Genuinely, I'm asking, people like Danish Rizwan or Shamsheer, what will you complain about now? Your only card of migrant laborers, migrant workers being stuck is also gone. What articles will you write in that rag called the Washington Post? How will you earn your $500? Which country will you abuse? What will the liar wires and the fake scrolls publish?
I don't know. Are you listening?
No. Do you have any issues left after this?
I don't know. Are you listening to the statement of Nitish Kumar?
I'm listening.
Are you listening to the statement of Nitish Kumar?
Sir, Nitish Kumar or anybody will have always a problem.
So
please understand that in this country always there will be a problem. In this country people will be whining. Is it genuine or not is the question. The question is whether people are having a genuine problem and is their questioning or is their doubt legitimate. That is the core point. The core point is not on professional whiners. We had professional Rudalis out there.
Let me complete, sir.
I think there are
professional Rudalis who...
You are not
I'm not. Please understand. The professional Rudalis can go to hell. The government, including state government. When I say... 1 minute.
बोला नहीं बुला
अरे 1 minute. अरे sir, 1 minute. Nitish Kumar is not the world. If you think Nitish Kumar, you are taking a hair out of an elephant and defining the elephant. Listen to this. Nitish Kumar is not my Bhagwan. Please understand. The whole place, the country, 30 odd chief ministers and the prime minister have come together and have done a brilliant job.
Try to understand.
No, I don't have to understand. I can't understand nonsense like you. Please understand. You have the capacity that the problem is PDIT has reached its terminal stage. That you understand nonsense.
We have no buses. We have no any accommodation.
Danish.
We have no any accommodation. This statement of Nitish Kumar.
Then why did you criticize?
बीजेपी की सरकार है.
Why did you criticize for this one?
आप कोई भी कानून बना लीजिए नहीं बुलाएंगे.
Why did you criticize? Why did you criticize that?
You are the government in Bihar. You are the part of government of Bihar. You are the part of government of Bihar.
Let me broad base this. Thank you. 1 minute. Danish, 1 minute. Let me broad base this. Let me broad base this. Let me broad base this. Let me invite everyone. For example, let me invite Ishkaran. Rajiv Rudi is there on the debate. Of course, Rajiv Rudi and Manaswi will debate next. I want to begin with a small statement because for the longest time, Mr. Rudi, there has been this huge campaign to fearmonger and create panic over and amongst migrant workers about their safety. The Vadra family thought that it will try to create panic about it. Today, the Ministry of Home Affairs has issued clear instructions to all state governments to facilitate interstate movement of stranded people, including migrant workers. All stranded people, including migrant workers, which is my hashtag is no stranded Indian. So you have a wonderful situation. You have a lockdown that is beginning to work and there will be no stranded Indian. My only question, Mr. Rudi, is will the cynics cooperate now? At least now we should expect cooperation and not opposition. I am not asking for much.
Arnab, it was indeed a very important decision which the government has taken, and it includes migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists, students and other persons. Now the question is, I want on this television and in Hindi, I want to tell it to the people of this country, especially those migrant workers who are watching this show. आपको अभी घर से बाहर नहीं निकलना है. अगर कोई फेक न्यूज़ आता है कि फलाने जगह से ट्रेन चल रही है, गाड़ी चल रही है, तो आप अपने घर से अभी मत निकलिए, क्योंकि इसमें सरकार निर्देश जारी करेगी कैसे आपको रजिस्टर करना है, किससे संपर्क करना है, कहां आपको फोन करना है. इसलिए दिस कुड बी अ मोमेंट ऑफ मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन. व्हाइल वी आर स्पीकिंग, देयर आर पीपल आस्किंग अस क्वेश्चंस. इट्स टाइम टू मूव. हाउ डू वी मूव? So this is the time for rumor mongers to create mischief, which they have done earlier in 3 occasions. So Arnab, through you and in your words also, I would like to say that there is no movement started. The decision has been taken. The process would be finalized between the state governments and the central government, and the states taking the migrants and the states sending back the migrants. So this has to be very clear. Third, you have a very, very important point, Arnab. I do not know why these 2 gentlemen initially were fighting with each other. They were for him. Now, the state government of Bihar had made a request. They said, let there be a national policy for migrant labours. Let's not individual states decide. And this is what the central government has done. So the credit goes to Nitish Kumar in a way that he has created a uniformity and the central government has taken a decision. Your third point, whether these people, the cynics would take, they have lost badly, because the government has taken good decisions. It's step by step. They have taken decisions to come to these conclusions. Now let's open up so much. Let's curtail the misery or reduce the misery of these migrant labours. Another point which I would like to mention, still there is a great opportunity for these manufacturing states, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Haryana, Punjab, that you keep back these people. They are going to be an asset for you. Convince them to stay back. Things are going to get normal. So these 3 points, and I'll leave it to you.
I think you made your points well, and all I'm seeking today,
viewers,
Manaswi, I'm coming to you. I repeat one word today.
Rudy, sir.
I have only asked Manaswi for consensus. Please hear me. Rajiv, Rudy is making the point well. I'm glad, Rajiv, that you made the clarification that it does not mean that you start moving now. The state governments will decide. There is going to be a period when there will be time, there will be public dissemination of information. And I promise all the viewers that all the information of all the state governments will be put out in a big way on Republic and also on our Hindi channel, Republic Bharat, in a big way, and on our digital platform, Republic World. Now my question is, see Manaswi, Ministry of Home Affairs has said migrant workers, pilgrims, tourists, students and other persons who are stranded will be relocated home. Now you know that there are people who, because of political reasons, have been talking about a migrant crisis. I am very sorry that their issue has disappeared. But just because their issue has disappeared, can they at least promise to stop cribbing now? Can they cooperate now? Can they not be anti-national now? Now we will have to work together. States have been empowered. So this whole attempt of trying to blame the center alone, now listen to me please, will not work, because as Rajiv said, states are empowered to make their own protocol to send and receive stranded persons. So all the politicians who tried to blame their failure in ensuring law and order on the center and said this is because the union government is not being able to take a call on arranging a way back home for migrant labor, they have to take 100% responsibility for the first time. And politics should end now. Right, Manaswi? You may not have any political issue left during the lockdown, but that is your problem.
Very correct, very correct.
That is your problem. Yes,
correct.
Please.
We should not, very, very well. Thank you, Arnab, and thank you, Rudy ji, for explaining that bit also for everyone in Hindi, most importantly. A very well step. This was the only step which was missing in the lockdown, and this was the only step which I was personally and most of us were asking, that what about the migrant laborers, what about the stranded people? Now, der aaye durust aaye, now the step is there. I don't think there is any problem in the lockdown. Now, across the lines, across the political lines, across the cynical lines, everyone should support. It's 100% amazing effort by the government. It is the time. Der aaye durust aaye, now leave that point. Now the only issue is, how do we support it? One more suggestion, Rudy ji, you are a very senior leader in the political scenario of India. If we utilize the Indian Railways is known for the disaster management. It is one of the best organizations which we have, and we are very proud of it. If we can use it in a proper sanitized fashion from point A to point B, and the migrant laborers and the standard people can just from point A to B can travel back to their hometowns. It would be a great step. If it's a suggestion, if you can take it up, it would be wonderful. And appeal to everyone. We should download
Manaswi,
app, and if you don't,
Manaswi, I'm sure Mr. Rudy will respond to
you. If you don't, yes.
But the point is, Home Ministry has ensured least central interference, so that sending and receiving states may consult each other and mutually agree to the movement by road. Do you understand? So it is between states. Some people are cribbing. That basic train services should have been allowed.
Understand.
No.
This is just a suggestion.
You must first say, sorry, I think people like Shamsheer should apologize. I think people like Danish Rizwan should apologize, because you must apologize for the negativity that you have spread in the past. Negativity. And apologize today.
Questions does not.
You have no issue left.
Question does not have to go for apology.
Shamsheer and Ishkaran are on the debate. Shamsheer and Ishkaran. Shamsheer and then Ishkaran.
Tell him to stop.
Yes, Shamsheer.
I will start my comment. I'm not ready to apologize, because the government has asked a bird to fly by cutting their wings. How the bird will fly by cutting the wings? I'm the question. I'm asking. Kerala is facing a big challenge, because there are lakhs of migrant workers are here. And also the lakhs of people, thousands of people are stranded in various states in India. So we are humbly requesting our Prime Minister to arrange some trains and also some vehicles to get out from here. Migrants, they didn't provide trains here. How will they go? And also you are telling about bus. How can they travel in a long distance in bus without any toilet facility?
Oh,
so
God, for God's sake,
Okay,
Shamsheer, why don't you become logical? It will take some time to come out with the details. No, you are being negative from the start. That's your problem.
What are the measures? Mr. Arnab,
okay.
I want to inform.
I didn't interrupt.
I want to inform the fellow panelists and also the people who is watching Republic channel. What are the measures taken by Kerala government, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan? That the Indian government should know. We are already made an arrangement. We are facing the challenge from within the state, within the country and outside the country. We are expecting from the people who are staying in Middle East. You are anticipating more than 3 lakh people will come back to the state.
Okay, listen.
So we are already...
Let me answer, please. Arnab, in times of coronavirus...
Mr. Arnab, let me complete.
For a change, Arnab,
for a change, even enough chance to speak.
Arnab, what is the way of completion? Let me finish now, please. Let me answer now. Arnab, in times of coronavirus, nothing is certain. For a change, even taxes are not certain, because GST is being raised. But one thing that is certain is that you will have these professional crybabies come and cry on something every day. In an era where even taxes are not certain, government taking taxes is not certain, their crying is certain, because they are paid to cry, because their agenda runs on crying, because they want a policy has come tonight in the evening, which has to be coordinated with states, but they want all I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed. And if you did that, then they would say, please pay migrants some money, and this is how they should go. The entire agenda is not to be constructive, but to please cry about something. Right now, we saw Rahul Gandhi crying on Twitter that Trump has unfollowed Prime Minister Modi. See, they will cry about anything and everything under the sun, because that is their job. But what the government is doing is very constructive. It is saying migrants should get back home, but it has to be a coordinated
Rahul Gandhi cries. That's another thing. I mean, but that's not the issue. The issue is not about Rahul Gandhi crying. 1 second. Shamsheer, listen. The issue is very serious. 1 minute, Shamsheer. Let me get Harihara also in. Harihara. Let's debate this point. Harihara and Shantanu have not spoken. 1 minute. Shantanu and Harihara on the debate. If I may, Harihara and Shantanu, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Shantanu? Okay, just checking your audio lines nowadays. My question is, you know, there was an anti-poor narrative which was built by an ecosystem. They said, terrible Modi government, anti-poor, anti-migrant, anti-Indian. And Washington Post and Gulf-based papers, India is terrible. Anti-Muslim, anti-poor, very bad. Islamophobic, lack of compassion, more the resources, the more cruel India is. Now, my question is, Shantanu, when the government has said everybody, student, migrant worker, pilgrim, you, me, anyone, if we can say we are stranded, we can travel. And we will have to travel, of course, in available transport. We can't travel by our choice as usual, but we will be given the option to travel.
With all precautions taken.
Yeah, we'll be given the option to travel. You know, I have a feeling that since this announcement came, the Lutyens lobby has got a migraine. They don't know what the hell to do. Shaheen Bagh is over. Migrant issue is over. Food is completely available. We have had a bump up crop. Flat also is, the curve also seems to be improving a little bit, except certain areas. Do you think they'll now start looking for some new narrative? Oh, Omar Khalid is also being charged. Tukre Tukre gang is not getting any traction. Palghar question is not dying. Sonia Gandhi is still quiet. Do you think now they'll be flummoxed and now be thinking, how else do we spread negativity? Or do you think they will end trying to do that? Ab kya kare kind of approach?
Cribbers will be cribbers. From last 5 years, they are cribbing that why Jindan account, there is no money coming there. Why Aadhaar 100%, it's privacy. Now every state is using the same damn trinity to transfer 1,000 rupees in the migrant workers' account.
They're saying they're cribbing why Yogi is so strong, why Yogi is strongly cracking down. But they will crib anyways, right? And I don't know, when frankly speaking, my hardcore liberal friends are calling me and they're feeling happy that in these times a decisive Prime Minister like Narendra Modi is there. They're also happy. They're calling internally. I am conducting a seminar on Ramayana in JNU. And this weekend they're cribbing on that. So they will crib. I think now we should get used to that. It's a noise that will keep calm. I think we should get attuned to that. They will not win politically. They're not earning their money through FCRA, so they will keep cribbing. So I think now we should get habitual of this voice. That's all. This will come and keep going. We should get habitual. There's no content in it.
Harihara, will this lobby end or what will they do right now? You see, now the choice is for you. Will the lobby support the lockdown that is likely to follow? Because after this, the Home Ministry notification demands that people will be checked and put in home quarantine or institutional quarantine with periodic health checkups. So everything is going absolutely well, Harihar. How do you feel? My question to you is, what will they do? Will people acknowledge? Will the negativity gang that is beating the drum about crises that don't exist put the negativity to rest now, Harihara, and acknowledge that the Modi government acted and there's going to be no whataboutery anymore? Harihara, tell me, Mr. Mishra.
Arnab, let me clarify, I am not a cynic and I am an eternal optimist. And I congratulate the government for having taken this measure of taking migrants back to their home. Only submission is that probably if it would have been done a little earlier, so many hardships could have been avoided. That's the limited point.
Why earlier?
I would add two more quick points.
Why earlier? MR?
I will come to that, but before that I would...
See, there is no crisis. You have averted a crisis. Please understand, Mr. Harihar. The fact of the matter is cynics wanted by this time 2 or 3 million deaths. That is a fact. It may be gruesome to say so. But this is what was the expectation of the lobby. This was the expectation of those who write in the Vapors and the New York Times. This is what the people wanted and secretly prayed. And this is what the cynics actually predicted. There are people who predicted 3 million deaths by the first week of May. Unfortunately or fortunately.
Where are they now?
Thanks to the proactive. That is why I congratulate all the state government and the central government. And let us be very clear. We may have political differences across on any other day. But when it comes to COVID, your COVID is as dangerous as my COVID. There is no secular COVID. There is no communal COVID. So all of us have to thank our stars, our people, our bureaucracy, our chief ministers, our political masters who have conducted fairly well. Let us congratulate. Let us know to celebrate certain things. Let us not go on as Ishkiran said, a professional crybaby. Let us also have some
professional crybabies. Nice phrase.
Crybabies, rudalis, absolute rudalis. You wanted 3 million body bags by now. You are short by 29 lakh 99,000. You are short by 29 lakh 99,000 body bags. That hurts you. That hurts
Mr.
you
Mishra.
badly. Accept it. That hurts you badly. And this is why I say, this is a time where a poor country has demonstrated what it can do with just hard work, grit. And everybody has clung on. Everybody has clung on. The Indian...
Can you allow me 15 seconds on up?
Sir, you'll have to find your time. When MR is in full flow, even I can't stop him. Let me tell you that.
Just one point.
No, MR is angry. No, Ishkaran, MR is angry today. And for a right reason. Because we have all suffered the negativity. I want Chengal Reddy to come in. I'm not stopping you. Chengal Reddy is coming in. MR, I'm really I'm going to have to dam you up for a while. I feel like the Bhakra Nangal dam. And you know, you are the mighty rivers out there. My question is, you see, Chengal Reddy, I'll come to you, Mr. Mishra, I'm not censoring you. Question is, people took the migrant workers' little problem and tried to make it into a crisis. And leaders like Rahul Gandhi said, we have a shameful government, we should be ashamed, this government has no contingency plans, etc. They should, don't you think they should issue a formal apology and say, we have a very decisive government, which knows when the migrants should not be allowed to go and when they should be allowed to go? And if these arguments are used to make the lockdown unsuccessful, then I have a better phrase for it. I call it paranoia peddling. See, Chengal Reddy, last time you and I debated about farmers. You acknowledge government has worked a lot for farmers. Now it's worked for migrant workers. I mean, there is this much any government can do, and I think this government's done quite a lot. What do you say, Chengal Reddy? Give me an honest opinion.
Absolutely. Let me tell you, first of all, once again, I must compliment both the Prime Minister as well as the ministers for the extraordinary steps they have initiated. They have saved billions of lives, I must say. And yes, this is the right step because almost 100% of these migrants are from villages. There is a big problem. It's an unforeseen problem. People have appreciated, and we are also grateful to governments now that they have initiated because human suffering, being alone, away from family, without work, and uncertainty of how long this is going to continue has affected millions and millions of people. And the way the governments are handling, I'm extremely happy. I'm thankful to governments. As I told you, these migrant workers, if they go back to villages, their families, they will be happy. And also, I must say, the state, central governments, they're all making excellent arrangements on their way. Let me tell you, this is a unprecedented, what you call in Sanskrit, pralaya. Pralaya means the whole thing as pralayam, that is, the whole changes. So this is like a pralayam, and then governments have done exceptionally well. I don't need to praise because international organizations, across the world, the way Indian governments, officials, the doctors, and police, everybody is working is exceptionally good. And I must compliment the media. See, let me tell you, you have been projecting the problems on and off way from different dimensions. And of course, I can't talk about what is the politicians, this party, that party, these comments. I am hardly like to get step into that. But let me tell you, as a citizen, as a farmer, as an old man, I feel that this country is doing really good, and I am thankful to governments. And the only thing is, as some of my friends have been telling, now there is this small problem of transporting them 1,500 kilometers. For example, labor in Kerala, they have to travel to Bihar. It's almost 1,500 kilometers away. Here I appeal to government of India that they should learn, that they must come forward making some arrangements for moving them, because from Rajasthan to Assam to other places.
I am sure they will. Rajiv Rudi wants to come in. It's going to be I just say one line before Rajiv comes back. It's going to be a massive exercise. It will require a lot of trust, cooperation, logistics. But I have absolutely no doubt that if this government has achieved so much till now, it will happily and strongly contribute, and we will make this transit of all those stranded end. And this is going to be a massive effort on all of us, and we must all participate and support it. The reason I'm doing the debate, Rajiv, just handing it over to you, is that we need to be very cautious of the cynics, and we need to come together as a people and defeat them this time. If we are able to make this massive human, migration, you call it, going back home, if we can make it successful, it will be remembered for decades to come as one of the greatest humanitarian achievements of any government in a time as he describes almost a pralaya. It's not pralaya, but it's as close to that as one can get. Yes, Rajiv, Rudy.
Thank you very much, Arnab. Just to address the cynics, they started when we had less number of tests. They said, where are the tests? Where are the personal protective equipments? Where are the kits? And then they talked about food and food scarcity, and the Prime Minister took care of that, 1,70,000 crore to the poor. And now what they're going to do is, after this, when all things happens, they'll talk about the economy, which is next step of theirs, and they'll blame the government that government did not take extra. And then thereafter, whatever has been achieved by the government and the Prime Minister, they will say Mr. Rahul Gandhi had done a tweet on a particular day saying take these steps and they would be successful. But I'm leaving politics away. Someone mentioned about trains. Look, all this registration data which is going to figure in the process of migration, receptors and the states which are going to give, possibly would give enough information to the government to decide whether they are going to introduce trains, which is my personal feeling. So this government takes baby steps. Government has that resilience to carry on to say that step by step the Prime Minister is taking decisions, and this is the most beautiful part of it. It could be true for the flights, because I understand people are abroad, but nowhere in the world the flights have been restored the way we wanted them to be. And the last point here is, you see, all of them have been cribbing. But the people who should have cribbed were the people and leaders from the state of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh like us. We have more than 75 to 80 lakh migrant laborers across the country, and my district is one of them, which has one of the largest. I always waited and I always told them, hold back. The Chief Minister is concerned. He's not an enemy to you. He wants you to get back, but he doesn't want all those 10 crore people living in the state of Bihar to get infected. So let's do it piecemeal. And this was the whole thought process which should be appreciated. We are the state, like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh has the largest migrants across the country. So this is the decision, and this is what the government has done, which we should appreciate.
I add what they will
clear with the Prime Minister.
No, Danish.
I know. Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds.
No, you respond to Rajiv directly, no problem. Yeah, go on.
Give me 10 seconds only. Okay. सर, आपने सुशील मोदी जी का स्टेटमेंट सुना है? अभी उनका स्टेटमेंट आया है, हम लोग इंतजार कर रहे हैं कि केंद्र सरकार के दिशा निर्देश का हम अपनी सीमा पर आने वाले लोगों की स्क्रीनिंग की व्यवस्था करेंगे, लेकिन हमारे पास बिहार के लोगों को बिहार बुलाने का कोई साधन नहीं है। जिन राज्यों में वो फंसे हुए हैं वो राज्य इंतजाम करेंगे तो आए, नहीं तो हम नहीं जानते हैं। क्या कर रहे हैं आप? आपके लोग दूसरे राज्यों में फंसे हुए हैं और बिहार की सरकार कहती है कि हमारे पास बुलाने का कोई साधन नहीं है। ट्रेन चल नहीं रही है, फ्लाइट चल नहीं रही है, बसेस चल नहीं रही है।
Thank you, Danish. Rajiv is responding.
This gentleman, can I come back to him?
Please.
Can I come back to him? Can I respond to him?
Yeah, please do. I'm waiting.
Can I respond to him? In all politeness, I would like to say, now people have lost their senses. If they do not understand, state government of Bihar has more than 1 crore people outside. Now these people have gone to serve those states in which manufacturing is happening, whether it is Gujarat or Maharashtra. We state government does not have the means with all or the buses to bring them. And the way he is reading out that letter is a complete false information, misinformation.
Yes. How they will come?
We are saying we are incapable of bringing them back. We need the support of those respective state governments. And this is the mechanism which they are going to evolve with the state government, because we are the recipients, not you gentlemen. We are the people who are going to get these laborers who are our most dearest assets for the nation. This is for the states where they're working. This is a government pattern which has to decide it. Why do you have to talk about this like Sushil Modi or Chief Minister? Chief Minister stood by and said that we cannot take in till the time a solution is found, because we have to first create a situation where we can look after the laborers who have people who are of the state of Bihar. And those who have migrated without information, we had to quarantine them. State has a population of 12 crores and 2 crore people outside. It's not like Maharashtra or Gujarat or Haryana.
He wants to, Rajiv, if I may, one minute. Rajiv, now may I intervene?
Or Sushil Modi or the Prime Minister, you are clueless as what is the reality of Bihar.
This is what,
and I'm sorry.
If I may say one thing, and everyone hear me on this. This is what we need to beware of. There are people who have become these armchair critics, Ishkaran. Snap your fingers, I want everyone back now.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
Exactly.
Do you know how big an exercise this is? No. MR. You know, to move 20 people from one place to the other requires logistics. We are talking of lakhs of millions of people, but I believe that we will achieve it. But we will also remember now, Ishkaran. We will remember very clearly, Ishkaran. These were the people who became the naysayers on the day the government made the announcement.
Absolutely.
We will not forgive you, Danish. You people are complete naysayers and negativists. Now Rajiv says, and let's make the debate sharper. I was quiet for a while. You know, Rajiv says, what will they crib about now? I tell you one thing, viewers. I want just 1 minute and I'll hand it over. This government has left nothing for these people to crib about. They cribbed about migrant workers. The great Shashi Tharoor. Migrant workers are ignored by the government. Are Shashi Tharoor, the matter has been resolved now. Go on your Twitter and apologize. Then they cribbed about testing. 1 minute, Shamsheer. Let me complete. No. They cribbed about testing. We have no testing going on. Now, our testing kits are 24-fold. Now will you crib about that? Then they said, oh, no. But there is another problem, they said. There are no PPEs. Now, India had absolutely got enough PPEs for months to come. Now then they said, no, but don't worry. Don't worry. Shamsheer, listen.
We are also citizens of India.
Shamsheer.
We are also proud about India.
Shamsheer, listen. Yeah, you will crib. Then they cribbed Ishkaran. 1 minute. Then they cribbed. Let me speak, please. Then they cribbed about agriculture crisis. Oh, there is going to be a massive agricultural crisis in this country. And let me tell you, Manaswi, 80% of the wheat crop is harvested. We have a bumper crop. Now I am asking you, Shamsheer, and Rajiv said it fine. Rajiv said it beautifully. Rajiv. No, 1 minute.
Isn't this the essence of democracy?
Okay, you debate with Ishkaran.
As I said,
Okay.
these people are professional.
Ishkaran.
These professional crybabies, as certain as the sun will come out tomorrow, will find something to cry about. Let me finish my point, Manav, then you can make my point.
Manas, wait.
Let me finish my point, please. Let me finish my point. Arnav, as certain as the sun will come out tomorrow, you will have these professional crybabies crying over something or the other. If the union government had passed every order, they would have said you have killed federalism, you have not taken states into confidence, and you have said this is how the migrant movement will happen. Now that the center has said states have to cooperate and decide, they will say why they are not going there. Their problem is that they have to find something in an unprecedented crisis for the globe. Everybody is coping as we go along. Everybody is supporting the government except professional crybabies in India who think that everybody has a blueprint born in one day for this global epidemic. It will take time. It will take improvement. That's just a fact. But if you want to keep trying, if you want to keep craving, instead of being optimistic and working for it, then you can do it. The nation is watching you sitting in AC rooms and tweeting. Why is Rahul Gandhi's Twitter not used for help in Rajasthan, in Punjab? Why doesn't he say, this happened in Rajasthan, there is no food in Punjab? Why doesn't he use his Twitter for that? Instead of just passing advisories to the government, which are to be thrown in dustbin because they have no relevance.
Mr. Mishra, can you give us some sense about what...
Can I come for 10 seconds?
Yeah, please. Yeah. Please go on. Go on. You've been waiting. Yeah.
I have a different economic perspective. Now that we are gradually opening up industry and the business establishments, it is the labor whom require most now. So while in the initial stage I said that they should have given an opportunity to go back, so they should have gone back to their home states during lockdown period and now come back to join the mainstream workforce. Now their absence would have created a lot of problems in terms of
this is remarkable.
Reorganization.
Mr. Mishra, you can't have it both ways. Shantanu is on. Till 2 weeks back, you were saying You were saying that the 1 minute, MR, this is remarkable, that the migrants should be allowed to go back. Now it is amazing. Just look at the way things. Now they are being allowed to go back. You are saying no, I've changed my position. Now they should be allowed to stay. What do you want?
Come back.
Yeah, MR, now he's saying come back. Shantanu. Shantanu and Mr. Mishra.
This is sounding the child. This is child children's debate. कितनी मेरी पढ़ती मेरी.
Yeah.
आप ये करोगे तो मैं ये बोलूँगा, आप ये करोगे तो मैं ये बोलूँगा. They're sounding funny. They're not even I think themselves. And when Yogi moved a lot of people from Kota, the Kochi capital of the India, them to Lucknow back and to be back, they cribbed them. And why you moving people, social distancing? When Arvind Kejriwal thrown them on Delhi border and Yogi moved them back in state, Yogi came to Noida, sat in Noida, where Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati never came to Noida because the chief ministership will go. They cribbed them. So that's why I'm saying it's a noise. Just ignore it.
Ignore it. No, I want to understand this. I want Rajiv Rudy on this part of the debate. Mr. Mishra, Rajiv Rudy, now let's get into the economic argument. We have a few minutes. Mr. Mishra, 1 minute. You earlier, you and a lot of you earlier said that the government is not allowing people to go back. This is terrible. They need to be allowed to travel. Today, the government has allowed people to travel, and you're saying this is very bad. 1 minute, you're saying this is now very bad because people should not be allowed to travel. Sir, let me tell you, this constantly cribbing about the economy will not work. IMF has projected 7% growth rate in 2021 for India, 1.9% in 2020. Don't spread panic. Please understand, we've done very well. And please explain to Rajiv Rudy, how is it that you people who did not wanted people to travel, on the day they are being allowed to travel, are now saying the government is wrong because it is allowing them to travel? I mean, what is wrong with all of you? Why are you constantly cribbing?
No, I didn't. No, I said there would be a mismatch between the skill requirement of industries and availability of labor.
That you'll find
so
a thing.
We have to have a skill mapping at different districts. I mean, that's something we have to address to see that our economic revival is not constrained. That's my limited point.
You are giving some
willing that people should go, but wherever they go.
No, sir, let me tell you, some of you are very irresponsible. Like I think personally, the most irresponsible statement of the lockdown, has been this comment about starvation virus. I don't know who it is ascribed to. I will have to check. Some people told me that it is ascribed to a Congress leader, Manish Tiwari, that there is a possibility of a starvation virus. So why do you people talk like this? Where is the starvation? No, Rajiv, I think we should take the bull by the horns. Where is the starvation?
I'll just 3 points which you have raised, Arnab. First, the gentleman who made a wrong statement. I will just read out verbatim the quote of Sushil Modi. पीएम मोदी के साथ वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग करते हुए नीतीश कुमार और उप मुख्यमंत्री ने कहा, एक राज्य से दूसरे राज्य में आने जाने में सभी राज्यों के लिए कानून एक हो, बाहर से जो लोग भेजे जा रहे हैं उनकी पहले स्वास्थ्य जांच करा ली जाए, लॉकडाउन को लेकर केंद्र का फैसला को बिहार सरकार अनुपालन करेगी. This is an official release of the state government of Bihar. I do not know where these gentlemen who come on the television fish out a paper and talk about the state deputy chief minister and the chief minister without even understanding the intricacies involved in that. So I'm sorry about that statement. The second aspect is look at the process, how this state when you talk about the economy and things, can I just take 30 seconds? First, the government knew. They said we want a 21-day lockdown, 1-day lockdown, 21-day lockdown, another extension till 3rd of May. And at the same time, the government was preparing the nation to fight the health issue, how to fight the COVID, how to get the equipments, how to get the testing, and preparing the nation to fight this war. Once this has ended, they gave for the first 3 months, they gave 1,70,000 crores, whether it was money to the self-help groups, whether it was money in the Chandhan accounts, whether it was money for 3 months food. The government organized step by step everything with the state governments, and it is taking baby steps to do whatever has to be achieved. Now we were talking about migrant laborers, that is also. So the challenge was to get out of COVID, fight it, and nudge back the economy to normalcy. What better decision can the Prime Minister take? Which government and administrator could have taken such a decision? Let's appreciate what is. There are challenges, there are going to be issues, there are going to be rifts on issues. But at the end of the day, India has done the best, and I think I should not touch wood. India has done best as far as compared to US or Germany or France or UK, which had a very developed infrastructure. They were rich, they were organized, but they failed. India, with its limited infrastructure, we have succeeded. So media, friends, opposition, all get together. Let's give that kudos to the Prime Minister. Let's wait for a while. We still have time. But I will wrap. Please make up your mind. Don't be a cynic. As
I will wrap by just saying this, viewers, and I'm not making a political statement. I don't care what people think. I am very proud of this government because the Narendra Modi government has been working to a plan, and that is how governments are supposed to operate. And I believe the fake news players should understand that shelter arrangements for migrants were made, food was secured. But one section spread misinformation and fear about migrant laborers being in danger. 3 things before I conclude about the damage it did. Fear-mongering led to lakhs congregating in Delhi. Unfathomable numbers in March. It was because of these fake news people. Fear-mongering led to the Surat violence. And the Congress party was celebrating when it happened. Fear-mongering led this need to spin a migrant crisis led to the Bandra incident in Mumbai. Why do we need to spin things? Why do some people feel insecure if the lockdown is successful? And I'd say this without a doubt today. The lockdown is going to be successful. We are going to win just a little bit more. And we'll be together. And we'll support the steps. We'll come out of this. Just a few weeks now, ladies and gentlemen, on debate number 2, why some people sitting in India are trying to play a foreign card. I'll see you in a few minutes.